I've opened up Avidemux and I'm going to change the video output to MPEG-4 ASP XVID4, and the sound doesn't matter too much, but I'll put AC3 lav, and the output format, the wrapper, needs to be MP4 Muxer. And there's a couple of adjustments you need to make in the setup for the video. So you click on Configure, and you need to take off the B frames so that there are no, so the number of B frames is 0, and I think that will do for this. Okay, and now we can save it, resave it, and we'll put it in there. Okay, save. And once that is saved, we then close the file that we put in here and reopen the one we just saved. Now I've opened that file we just saved after getting rid of the B frames. Now down here, this bar along here, you can use it to play your video, and it will show you what's happening in there. So I've created a jump frame where the phone disappears. Now we can use the arrow key on the keyboard, the up arrow, to go to the next iframe. If you have a look where that is sitting, it says here that it's an iframe. So if I press the up arrow on the keyboard, or you can also use this one here, because that takes you to the next keyframe. If you click on that, that's the next iframe, that's the next iframe, and there are no more iframes. So there's 3 iframes there. We want to keep the very first iframe, so we go back to the beginning. So we don't delete that. So we go to the next iframe, and the A and B keys here enable you to select somewhere that you want to modify. So I click on A, move forward 1 frame, and then click on B, and it's now selected that area there, and then I just press the delete key on the keyboard, and then I go to the next iframe, which is there, A down, move forward 1 frame, click on B, and that is now selected. You should be able to see that little rectangle there, and then we press delete. So if we click to the next iframe, it will say it can't go there because there isn't one, basically. So now that we've done that, this will not make much difference if we save it. So what we need to do now is to copy some Pframes. So I'm going to move along, and we want it, I'll use the arrow keys to move it because I want to see where the phone disappears. Okay, so we're going to go back to where the phone disappears. So I'm going to go back a few frames. Then I'm going to, it says here that it's a P frame, so because we got rid of all the B frames anyway. So I'm going to click on the A button, move forward 1 frame, and click on the B button. And now I'm going to do Control and C on my keyboard, and then I'm going to move forward a little bit, and then I'm going to do Control and V to paste in there. I'm going to do about 25 frames. Now if you stop there and save it, it will actually save the video only up to this point. So you need to go further to some other parts and do some more copying and pasting of the P-frames. So I'm going to select B, move forward one and click on A. Oh, that's right, I had to click on A again to get rid of that, and then click on A and move forward one and click on B. I'm not sure why it does that. Anyway, Control and C will copy that, and then we'll move forward a bit and do about another 25 frames. Control and C to paste, V to paste them in. Now I'm going to go forward a few more frames. That's better. Okay. Okay, we'll copy another P frame. Select A, move forward one, select with B. Oh, that's what I have to do. For some reason, I don't know why it does that. So we select A, and then we move forward another frame and select B. Now I can Control and C to copy, move forward a little bit, and then Control and V to paste them in. Okay, now before when it was, I'd pasted in more than I realised. I'll just let it finish pasting. Then hopefully I'll move forward a few more, up to here somewhere. And then we'll copy another P frame, do it again. Select A, and then I'll have to select A again. And then move forward one and select B. Control and C to copy. Move forward a few spaces, and then Control and V to paste. Okay, well, we better let it finish pasting those in. And then once we finish this, I then need to resave the file. And then I'm going to use the video player AVC, which is a free player. Sorry, VLC, which is a free player. Now it's finished pasting it. So now I'm going to save it again. Now before I save it this time, after I've done all this damage to it, we have to come up here to the video output and change it to copy, back to copy. Also do the audio too. I don't know if it makes any difference. And then we go to save, file, save, and we'll call that, oh, we'll leave it with that, that'll do. Okay, so that's been saved. Now I'll set up the VLC file player and play it to see what it looks like. Well, this is the result of this Datamoshing. So we'll have to see some of the other examples I've done with this particular video, so you can see the potential for it. But you will need to experiment a bit with where to put and copy and paste the P-frames, and you could try deleting the iframes, except the very first one using the older version. I haven't had much success with it, but I know some people have. Now I have to reopen it in Avidemux or Avidemux and this time we set the output here to MPEG-4 AVC X264. The audio output doesn't matter tremendously because this one doesn't have an audio, so it's AAC FDK is good, and the MP4 muxer. So then I will save that, because the file that we just created is damaged and most video players won't be able to play it and will get upset. So if we reload it up and then resave it, it will be saved as a proper video, so it could be read by any video player. Okay, so we've resaved it, and you can test it in a number of different video players just to check, but you'll find that now you can use it properly because the damaged file has been corrected, but with all the interesting distortions that happen. Okay, I'll add to this video a couple of examples of datamoshing, some with the smearing, where I haven't got rid of the iframes, I've just used Pframes. So you can see the potential for it using the same video here and one other one where I'm moving my hands all over the place. Okay.